Sparky's already in the house. Welcome to the podcast. All right, it is time to share. Get the word out.
I'm working.
You're working? I've been working all day. You won't believe all the stuff I've had to do.
All by yourself.
I have to do it all by myself.
Well, yeah, you should have waited till I got home.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, you better have food.
No, there was other stuff I did today. All right, special podcast tonight, folks. West Point School of Music fundraiser. We're going to be talking about it where you can win a brand new 2024 CVO.
Ooh.
Oh, no. And we're going to show you how to do it. We're going to tell you the story behind it and why it's such a good cause. And, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. It should be about an hour or 45 minutes to an hour. Who knows? Or it could be shorter than that. According to how many people. If we get like $100,000 donated tonight, we'll be over with pretty soon. So.
Well, Chris, hopefully they can hear us now.
You said that wrong.
Jeez.
You got to say it right. You got 27 seconds.
Hey, he was trying to change it up a little.
Are we live now?
No, I think it's, and they hear us now.
Can you hear me now?
I'm getting to that.
What? CVO? No pursuit?
Can they hear us now?
Yeah.
CVO?
Obviously they can, because Sparky was like, CVO?
All right. Let me skip this one this time. All right. So our partners in crime here, rideculture.com, Mike Swap. Sorry.
Mike Swap.
Gator Mike.
Gator Mike Swap Sauce. Yes, he is a biker. And
Willikers.
Yeah, he's going to kill me on that one.
Yes, he is.
And I got my BC custom shirt on tonight. And yes, we do have a Harley-Davidson podcast going on tonight. Folks, we got to keep it balanced.
Well, look who just popped in.
Oh, yeah, Riding Fish is on. I'm surprised.
Hey, Riding Fish. What's
Hey,
up?
Riding Fish.
Cool.
What's going on, fish?
Sparky's on, wanted to know why there's no pursuit that they're giving away. Then he said, just kidding. But we did follow up with just kidding, though. So,
All right, we have Julian here from West Point School of Music, and UOR is right underneath his name, so if you guys want to check it out, we'll discuss what's going on. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Julian. And by the way, hold on a second, I got to get Max on here because something happened with the thing here because I don't have to see Max here.
I don't see Max either.
Where is Max? Oh, there he is. Somehow I messed up the schedule there. Okay, there we go.
Hi, folks. I'm back.
Yeah,
Hi, Julian.
that must be the only one.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
All right, Julian, tell us about yourself and how'd you get started in motorcycling and that kind of stuff.
First of all, guys, I want to thank you so much for having me on your show tonight. I am grateful. I was delighted to receive the call and be given the opportunity to share about what we are doing in Chicago. But I am Julian Champion. I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean, the most southerly of all the Caribbean islands, home of calypso, steel band, soca music. Great place to visit. I was born in 1971. My mom was a single mother at the time, and everything else predates my birth, so I'm going to start with me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we were fairly significantly poor growing up. I didn't know how poor until later, but I just knew that the answer I got most of the times when I asked my mother a question was no. Can you do this? Can you do that? No. And you figured out later on that it was an issue of resources. She just didn't have the financial means to make it happen. Growing up.
Oh, somebody's got their sound.
It's down. It was
Okay.
me.
Okay, gotcha. You're good. Good.
And then I remember at 7 though wanting to play an instrument, and not taking that desire to my mother because it would just be something else she would have to say no to. So I carried that desire privately, secretly. We did not have music in our schools in Trinidad. We had music classes, but not band. And the first time I held an instrument in my hand, I was 17. And that was because the church I attended at the time offered music instruction. And that's kind of where it started for me. I thought I would be a professional musician, but starting to play an instrument at 17 is like starting gymnastics at 17 and expecting to compete with Simone Biles. You're just not going to be able to, right? They have what we call in education seat time. They've had time in the seat, and so I did the next best thing. Then I said, I would, wherever I am in my life, if I could create opportunities for young people to play an instrument, then I would do that, and that has been an organizing principle in my life.
Gotcha. So how did all this start this school? I mean, and what gave you the idea of doing this? We'll go with the school first, and
Yes, we'll talk about the school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, in 2011, I started West Point School of Music after years of. I worked as a pastor and led congregations, and in 2011, I've said tongue in cheek, I decided to do something more important with my life. in the sense that I wanted my work to be a little more concrete. In my view, I said I would go full time with my music opportunities. I had done it all along, offering opportunities and programs as I worked. But in 2011, I said I stepped out and started the school in my home, in my living room. I had 7 students and 5 instruments, most of which I got from pawn shops. And we started. And today, West Point School of Music is a institution on the south side of Chicago. We hope to be an iconic institution. I'm sitting in the school. We sit on 3 acres, 24,500 square feet building. It's a full former elementary school in the city. And we are seeing weekly between 300 and 500 students during the school year. And in the summer, 100 to 150 students. And we offer instruction in band instruments, so trumpet, trombone, saxophone, percussion. We offer a steel drum instruction, which is the flagship instrument of the school.
Oh wow!
We have a professional steel ensemble, and we have a instrument repair shop. So all of the instruments we use at the school, we service here, and we're repairing instruments for Chicago Public Schools, which is the school district we are in, and other private music organizations and players. We have a steel drum manufacturing shop here at the school. So all the steel drums we use in our school are built here in-house, tuned here in-house, and we hope one day to be able to market steel drums to the wider to the nation.
Okay.
Now, for us right now, all of our building is for our needs. The goal in here with West Point is that we build a professional steel ensemble that's between 100 and 110 players. And in order to do that, we offer programs at the elementary school level. And we are introducing young people to the steel drums, teaching them in their schools. And as the interest grows, then they come to our facility and they explore that. So we have a comprehensive program using music to make good people.
Gotcha.
Most
sounds like-
excellent.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
fantastic.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead, Max. You good?
Oh, what I was going to say, sir, is that it's an exemplary program, but you're doing a motorcycle raffle. How are you involved in motorcycling, sir?
Well, I think a key to living is to try and combine all the things you like really well. If you have a wife you love, you get her to ride a motorcycle if you love that. And then you take her to a concert if you love music. You see, you just combine all the stuff you like.
Yeah.
And I purchased a motorcycle. I think I was 48.
What kind is that, sir?
Well, no, the motorcycle I purchased was 48 was a Kawasaki.
Okay.
There's a little story I'm going to tell you here.
All
So
right. Cool.
I purchased this motorcycle, and I hid it for 2 years. I was afraid to ride it.
Okay. I think a lot of people do that actually.
Well, yeah, I was watching. I looked at tons of videos, and my son saw me one day. This is not during that time, but after he saw me watching Dan the fireman.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Dad, why do you watch so many accidents?" I said, "Because I always want to be conscious of what can happen on a motorcycle. I want to burn it in my brain because I am too old to be out here falling on the street and tearing my body up. I want to ride, I want to have fun, but I don't want to tear myself up. So I am looking and listening and paying attention." But I remember I said, "You know what? I'm going to ride. I'm going to ride." And I started to. I took the MSF course, and I would take the motorcycle out early in the morning. I would go to the park and I would ride around, and I started to get better. And then I saw Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle, Robert Simmons on YouTube. I saw his first video,
Mm-hmm.
and then I looked at some others, and I wrote him. I said, "Listen, man, I ride a little bit, but I don't consider myself a big rider. But I would love to come do a class with you." So he wrote me back, and I went down to Pula where he is, and I spent, I think, 4 days with him.
Nice.
And I did like a 3-hour lesson, and then I rented his bike, and I practiced privately after my lessons. I really invested. I invested in myself. I invested in this desire I had, and I came back home loving the motorcycle because I gained a lot of skills, and more importantly, I gained a lot of confidence. And when I came home, I asked some of my staffers, I said, "Would you guys be interested in riding a motorcycles?" They said yes. So, my staff travels. We travel to schools to teach our band programs. Hey, I see Finesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Finesse?
I know that guy too. He's
He's a great
great
guy.
guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Great guy.
I Finesse, you make me forget what I was saying, man.
He does that. To people.
Yeah, but I invested in them, and we got motorcycles, and I taught them to ride, and we started to ride together, and we would ride to the school. So we are like the motor musicians, right? We get on our motorcycles, we ride to an elementary school, we teach our band program, we hop on our motorcycles, we ride to another elementary school. So we've been doing this for 4 years, and all the schools and our students love us because when we come, we are like the coolest. We're the coolest kids in the classroom. Our teachers, our music teachers ride motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's pretty cool.
the other thing that's
Yes.
happening is that, the other thing that's happening is that the kids who are in our program, I think everybody should support us because I'm making motorcycle riders because they're growing up around motorcycles and they're seeing us ride motorcycles week in, week out. I ride year round. That's one of my students, Heaven.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
ride year in, year out, and I mean year round. Except when there's ice on the ground because I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
But I'm riding constantly, and my students are seeing this. So for them, seeing a motorcycle rider is not this exotic thing, right? So that's my primary mode of transportation. I ride my motorcycles everywhere I go. I go downtown in my motorcycle. I ride in traffic because we don't have motorcycle roads. I don't even know what that means. I live in a city. I live in the third largest city in the U.S. If I'm not going to ride in Chicago, then most of the year I wouldn't be riding. So I ride all the time. I ride everywhere. I ride in traffic. I ride without traffic. But I have we have hundreds of young people that see us riding motorcycles, and for them, because they've seen it, 7, 8 years of their young lives, for them, purchasing a motorcycle and riding a motorcycle might actually become an option. So I think we're a great candidate for Indian to sponsor us. That would be awesome.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
love it.
I mean,
Yes.
look, I'm putting the call out now. Indian, Harley, Kawasaki, whoever. Like, listen, I have a staff of 9, a full-time staff of 9, and 6 of us ride motorcycles.
That's awesome.
Two of us are learning. So, I mean, this could be a thing. But anyway, back to answer your original question. So, I had a desire to do this. I remember my wife saying to me, of course, she said, you're not riding a motorcycle. I said, well, you can. I said, you can't tell me that. That's not, you can't say it like that. Please don't say it like that. I say you can tell me, do it safely, be careful. You can tell me do it safely, be careful. Um, all those things are things you can say, but so she did, and I got what I thought was the best training I could with Robert Simmons and be the boss of your motorcycle. I mean, just the way he teaches and he communicates, and he has become a dear friend and a brother to me. So we the staff rides, and I told them, I said, listen, I cannot afford if one of you guys got in trouble on a motorcycle, I'll not forgive myself. So if you're riding, you have to do these things. So they've all trained with Robert, even though I showed them things, but we had Robert come in and Robert worked with them. So motorcycles are part of our culture here. Hey, Kevin. Motorcycles are a part of our culture here at West Point School of Music and in Chicago, and I, every not-for-profit generally you have some sort of annual charity, right? Annual fundraiser event.
Sure.
So a lot of not-for-profits do a banquet. You go, you pay $1,000, $100, you get a plate of food that's probably worth about 15, and I'm probably being generous. And and I'm thinking, it's so played out. Do people really want another invitation to a dinner? So for years I've been thinking about what we can do, and I said, well, let's try and combine the things we love, motorcycle and music. So
yeah.
Last year we tried to do a ride, and a lot of people who live in cities are not fond of city riding, which again baffles me. But
Well, Chris,
Yeah,
Chris
we were in
and I have
Chicago
some
this couple
experience.
weeks.
Yeah, we rode through Chicago, headed north, and we came back through Chicago, headed south. So we have a little bit of experience of
Right.
riding through Chicago, and that's probably enough for Chris and I.
Yeah, it was the first
Yeah,
time I
I
had
know.
Charlie
Listen,
horses
no,
on both of my legs.
listen, it's a challenge. I get it, but this is my city, and
Mhm. It's a
this is
beautiful
where I
city.
live. Yeah, this is where I live. This is where I work, and so we we combine these things, and a ride didn't do well because folks didn't want to pay the ride. I said, well, it's a charity. So we were saying if you sign up for the ride, you pay $100. Well, I could ride for free. Well, of course you can ride for free, but you can also eat at McDonald's. You don't have to pay $100 for a plate of food at
Mhm.
a banquet, but you do it because it's a fundraiser.
Yeah.
I just didn't get it, so that didn't work. And I'm like, I said this year, well, we should do a raffle, but the prize has to be of high value. I can't raffle a used Kawasaki Voyager, which was my first bike. It has to be of high value. It has to be worth it. So we I said, I would love to raffle a CVO. I talked to some folks. I talked with Robert Simmons. I talked with Tiffany Renee. I talked with Cycle Fanatic, John, and the Traveling Tall. And these guys all thought, this would be good. I asked other people who had done it, and so we went ahead. We took the leap. That motorcycle is a $50,000 motorcycle. Um, I have bought tickets for the raffle, even though I can't win, because you can't expect people to do for you what you are unwilling to do for yourself, right? I've bought tickets in other people's raffles because what you make happen for others, I think the universe will make happen for you. And seeing I can't win mine,
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah.
I could win another one.
Yeah.
but no one is raffling a CVO though. All the other raffles were road glides, but no CVOs. And we set the price, and we started in January, and now, as you can see, now let me tell you, this raffle is really crucial for us because I had a grant, a $500,000 grant we got that expired this year, and we are trying to replace that revenue, and most of that money is allocated to the salaries of my staff, and so if I am unable to raise the revenue, I literally have to cut some staff positions. Now, the organization will continue. We'll continue to do the work. It would just be tougher because I don't have the
Mhm.
same level of staffing, right? And I don't want to do that. So a year ago, we sat down and we talked about this. Last August is when we hatched this plan, and it took me a couple of months to put it together. But then we got the funding. We invested money from our general operating funds, and we were doing this. And I am hoping that what I know to be true as a rider, which is, I rode from here down into Atlanta, up through Charlotte, Virginia, Connecticut, to my sister who's in Connecticut, to Boston to see one of my board members, Carla Rotella, and came back across through Pennsylvania to home. And I did not meet a bad person.
Mhm.
Even in places where I thought, man, I might be out of my depth here. Once people saw me on a motorcycle, people were kind, they were generous, they were considerate. I never had a bad experience. And my son, uh, who was with me, as we were riding, he's like, Dad, this is, when you're in Chicago and you live in that bubble, you know,
The world's
we
different out there.
yeah, we think that they are one thing and they think that we are one thing. And then when I wrote down to my father in Arkansas. He is, I mean, in Shreveport. I went through Arkansas and I stopped off of an exit. I had the Chicago plates. You know, the guy say, "You're from Chicago?" And yes, and we started to talk. He's like, "It's pretty violent up there, isn't it?" I said, "Well, there are a couple of violent places. You know, in Chicago, you just have people like you, like how you're here with your son. There are people in Chicago with their children just trying to put it together. They're just trying to piece it together, trying to live, trying to give their children opportunity. Men trying to protect their women trying to care for their loved ones. I mean, you know, so it was a great time, and I figured that those people all over the country will say, you know what, I don't care particularly about Chicago necessarily, but I could win a CVO, so I'll drop it. I mean, I get that. I'm down on what I'm not up on. You know, I don't know much about Appalachia and the poverty in rural Kentucky, and you know, I don't know much about that. But I'm a human being.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a person, right? I know about pain, and I know about poverty, and I know about trouble, right? And if people are willing to try and do for themselves, right, and they ask me to help, I think I could help, right?
Yep.
So if a music school is offering opportunities for kids in Appalachia, because all the schools in Appalachia they've cut their music program because they can't fund it unless they increase property taxes. And I think that every child, regardless of their color, their zip code, their political affiliation, their heritage, every child should be able to hold an instrument in their hand and be given an opportunity to blow or hit. All right. I think every child should be able to do that. And I will support anybody that's doing that anywhere because that's my heart. So that's where we are. So I'm on here tonight. I mean, I didn't invite myself. You guys asked me to come, but I'm here because I think that
Yeah.
that motorcycle riders are some of the finest people I know. And
Well,
they're some of the most generous people I know, and they'd help me.
I did watch Robert's video. I think it was like it was the beginning of the year almost.
Yeah, in January.
Yeah, and I didn't know the raffle was still going on, and then I watched Cycle Fanatics, and he did a video on there, and I was like, wow, this is a good cause. And I did the same night I watched, I sent an email to you to see if you would want to come on here because I think it's a good cause. I mean, when you got a motorcycle rider doing something like this, I mean, we need to support you, you know. And I think all motorcycles do the same thing. You know, it's like if there's a cause, we are always there. It doesn't matter if it's somebody that, you know, is down from a motorcycle or a family member or a kid in school that is not, you know, getting bullied and that kind of stuff. We all ride to the school and that kind of stuff. And then you got this music program because, you know, I was in school and I played the trumpet. My wife played the trumpet. I also played the drums. And they don't do that no more in our school. You know, and I thought that was one of the coolest things because I'd go home, really, you know, ignore the heck out of my parents because I was, you know, couldn't drum, couldn't play the trumpet, but I was practicing every night. I was staying out of trouble. So, I mean, that's a good thing, you know.
And you think about, go ahead.
Well,
Can you think about,
yeah, go ahead. One of you guys go.
My experience was with a clarinet, so I'm sorry. I kind of let that go. But here's the thing, Chris was right about this. I saw the video on Tiffany Renee. We saw it on Traveling Tall. We saw it on John with Cycle Fanatics, and we saw it with Robert. So we're more than happy and honored to help you as much as we can for a small local channel. So yeah, this is great that we're able to help.
Yeah, well, you know, think about what you said about staying out of trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you think Chicago is as violent as you see some of the news clips to be, then I should be at $1 million right now on my raffle. So the numbers are not saying that we believe Chicago to be as dangerous as we talk about, because I mean, I should be given every opportunity to provide as many activities as possible to help young people, right? Because the fact is that kids who play an instrument, they do better in school. They go to school more. They graduate at a higher rate. Music uses both the right and the left side of the brain, the artistic and the creative. People who play instruments in school are better at teams, because you understand that it don't matter how great my part is. If I don't have the tuba back there saying oompa, 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 the whole sound falls apart. If I don't have the percussionist back there keeping time. Sometimes, we're in band practice and the band is sounding amazing, but the percussionists are off. You got to stop the band. Let's stop playing. Let's figure out why this snare isn't on the one, on the one and the three. You got to be on time, because it ties everything together. So when you become an adult, you get a job and you're a part of a team. People who played in band in school function better on teams. Now the schools are really strange, because they make everyone do math, even though 3/4 of the class are not going to be mathematicians. And they make you do math from first grade all the way through the end of high school. But then they say, well, you don't have to play an instrument. I'm saying just keep the same energy. If you're saying I don't have to do something because I may not be doing it older, when I'm older, then I need the same option with math, because I would have dropped out a long time ago. Right? And spend some time doing something that I'm going to do. But education is education. No child should be going to a school in America. Right? We're talking about in America. Right? We're talking about the greatest republic on the globe. No child should be going to school in this country and not have access to music education. And if you're going to be in a situation where you're not going to offer it in schools, then the very next best thing you do is you support organizations like mine that are bringing it, at least offering it to the students, and then the students now can opt in or out. But you have thousands of schools in Chicago where it's not even, no, it's not thousands, hundreds of schools where it's not even an option, where band is not even an option. The kid couldn't even say, well, I want to try it, see if I like it. It's not even offered. So that's the void we are filling.
All right. So this is the website that you can donate to this cause. The motorcycle, I'll show pictures of it for a second. If you're watching from a TV, there's a QR code right here that will take you straight to this donation page. All right. And I'm trying to make it easy. And we got a surprise tonight. People are going to be really surprised. Let's go through these pictures real quick. Let's see here. Here we go. I mean, this is a beautiful bike,
Listen.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous. And that's the one I wanted. It's called Legendary Orange.
Yep. Road Glide CVO and Harley colors, orange and black.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep. Yeah.
Brand new. I think it has 3 miles on it or something.
Nice. I mean, it's a beautiful bike. I mean, you got the CVO. I mean, you could have just did the base model, but you are doing the CVO. I mean, this is hard to come by. I mean, let me just say this: you can pay your house payment would be pretty close if you wanted to buy this bike. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's expensive. It's an expensive bike, and you could win this bike and basically only pay the taxes. I mean, that's the way to go right here. If you're looking for a Harley-Davidson. And yeah, because I like the Harley-Davidson. I love this bike.
I love this one.
Yeah, I love this bike. And I'll tell you what, I have an Indian, but I would love to have a Harley-Davidson in my garage also. And a lot of motorcycle people, and a lot of people also want to do the same thing. I mean, this is a beautiful bike. And I'll tell you what, I would not settle for, I mean, if I did get a Harley-Davidson, I wouldn't settle for anything less than a CVO, even though it's like 50,000 plus. That's because that's all I want. I want the best of the best, usually. And all it takes.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, Connie, it's on your. Yeah.
You heard it. It's on tape, man.
All right, so
It's
so
It's
after
in
this
the cloud. That's even better.
so after this podcast, I'm buying my ticket, and hopefully everybody else does that's watching this, because it's a great cause. And I know it's in Chicago; it's not everywhere else. Hey, listen, Chicago, just like any other town, they need help in the schools. I'm telling you, my school down the street has the same problem. They have to get funds. They have to do all this kind of stuff. They're dropping band. They're doing this, and you have a chance to help a school in Chicago, but this CVO can go anywhere in the United States. It can go in your garage in Florida. It can go to your garage in California. It can go to your garage in Arizona. It can go in your garage, I guess, in Canada probably too. I don't know. But, I mean, it can go anywhere. So I love your passion. I got some passion on this too. I mean, I'm sure the guys below me have the same passion. And we wanted to help. That's the reason why I reached out to you, and I'm glad you accepted it, even though, you know, like I said, we're not the biggest in the world, but we have a lot of people watch this stuff, and hopefully they'll watch this. I'm not looking for subscribers tonight. I'm not asking for subscribers. I'm just asking people to donate and help this school out. That's it.
This cause, it's
Yeah.
tremendous.
Absolutely.
I'm an ex-trumpet player.
Yeah.
I did win the John Philip Sousa Band Award my senior year, so obviously I must have been the better trumpet player than Chris. Is all I can say. But
I never went to competition.
Either that, you're just a lot more windy.
no, I'm just. Can you get this? I'm tooting my own horn. How you like that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus.
No, but
well,
music,
Julie-
huh?
No, go ahead.
No, music it should be part of every child's life if they want.
Mm-hmm.
It is a tremendous tool to get them more like involved in different aspects of life, like you were saying. I mean, I love it. I love this cause.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And like
excellent.
Mr. Champion said, it all relates together. If you're doing music well, you're going to do math well. If you're doing math well, you're going to do English well. You're going to go on, and everything's related. You're going to do team sports well. You're going to do everything well. And
Exactly.
it all can start with music. That's why it's a very, very important cause. And I will leave you with one more thought, that whoever wins this bike is going to have one heck of a story to tell, and that story can go nationwide.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
there you go.
I was hoping that we would raise. It would do so well that we would be able to do this every year, and it just became a part of the culture of our place. But I don't know. I'm just trying to survive this, make it through the end, and I hope we can get to our goal, which was 300,000 originally. But as I looked at the raffle sales, we had to adjust it downwards to 150,000, and we're at 42%. So we still have a long way to go. As you see, we have 16 more days left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So we
my,
would need
short time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would need our friends, all of our motorcycle rider friends who wouldn't mind winning a CVO. Or if you don't win, you're like, well, I gave some money and it's helping out young people in Chicago. I want to say something else here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think about this quite a bit. I'm really intentional about not allowing grown people problems to affect the lives of children. I think the best adults among us are. We are very good about shielding our children from big people problems, right? I think if you are not a good adult, you don't care about what your children see and what they're exposed to. But if you're really responsible, you're like, you know what? This child is 9. My son, they're 10. I should keep these things from them. And we think that way, but when it comes to sort of economics and social issues, we are not as intentional. We let kids go to schools that don't serve them well, and we're not saying I need to protect my child, and we leave whole neighborhoods, like we just drive around them. And I was talking with someone one day, and they were telling me there was some crime in Chicago, and the crime was sort of uptown, down on the Magnificent Mile, they were doing a lot of smashing and grabbing, that kind of thing. And I looked at them and I said, well, what do you expect, right? If we don't build every neighborhood, we don't help our neighborhoods, the ones we care about. We need to build all of Chicago so that the people who live on the south side have something in their neighborhood they're proud of and something they feel like protecting. Otherwise, the whole city is in jeopardy. So we need to be good neighbors to everybody. I need all of the kids in America, regardless of their neighborhood, to do well. And if they do well, all of us in our neighborhoods will do well. So that's my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. There is the
Oh,
surprise.
there it is.
So the original ticket for one is $100, right? But
Right.
now it's 50% off. So let's share this with everybody. If you're willing to give $50 and, because it should be $100 to tell you the truth. I mean, you have a chance
It
to
really
win.
should be. It is. It should be $100 ticket. I was telling my team, I said, well, $50 is better than no dollars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Truth.
That's true. And we just need to get the word spread out about this. I don't know how long you're going to do the 50%, but you got 17. It looks like 17 or 16 days left, and we just need to make sure we're spreading the word about this. I mean, this is not a regular bike. This is, like you said, it's not a Kawasaki Balkan S, Connie.
You're making fun of my bike already?
This is a Harley-Davidson 2024 with 3 miles on it, CVO Road Glide. Holy cow! Who wouldn't want that in their garage?
Well, I want it in my garage.
And what's really crazy about it? I mean, what's it say if you didn't really ride motorcycles and you just want to do a cause and you actually won this? Okay, you would get 3,000 times amount if you wanted to sell the motorcycle. I mean, as simple as that. Or you can give more money back to the school. That's what I would do.
yeah, I'm thinking if you won this and you didn't ride a motorcycle, I've had people tell me they would learn if they got this. I say, well, that's I like that.
Yep.
I've had a couple of our parents have purchased tickets and they're like, would you teach me, Mr. Champion? I'm like, sure, absolutely. But then if you sold it, I think you could at least get, if you sold it for 40,000, you'd probably get, if somebody would grab it up from you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It was a brand
For
new
sure.
bike. Yeah, it'd be like a steal. But yeah, it's a great cause. Like I said, 2024 Harley-Davidson CVO Road Glide. There's a scan to enter right there. Use your phone. Bingo. There's the address right underneath there. If you need to key it in, the coupon is SEM 50. Expired.
You're doing backwards again.
Oh, say
SME.
SME 50.
SME.
I know, dyslexia. That drives me nuts. But yeah, I'll be. You'll see my name on there tonight. So.
And it does expire on 8/1. It says.
Yeah, 8/1.
So.
Yep. There we go.
Come on, let's do it, people. Let's do it.
Let's rock and roll.
Step on up.
Yeah, 859. You should be sharing this tonight. So get on there, Sparky. You should be sharing this tonight, and you should be probably donating.
Yep. Come on, 859. It's a CVO, buddy.
I'll tell you.
That's cool. I wonder if anybody has purchased any tickets since we've been on.
Let me go back to your website. I don't know if the update's on my screen, but let's see
It
here.
should.
Let's go.
Yeah, we've sold some tickets.
Sweet.
Yeah, go down. Let's see. You might see the names of somebody you know. The names, when you buy a ticket, it comes up.
Okay, there we go.
See them?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Who some of the people have bought? You see that?
Yeah, and they're not even using one person used the coupon. 2 people. Yeah, the rest of them are paying full price. Sweet.
That's all right.
No. Once we can't change the price on the website. This is an independent website.
Yeah, gotcha. Yep.
So they've bought 2 tickets essentially, is what you're seeing.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Sweet.
You know, Chris, this reminds me maybe an opportunity for someone to kind of do what Fish did with the Folds of Honor bike.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you won the bike, you can maybe customize a little bit. run it through Mecum auction, and the proceeds go to the music school.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
a
exactly
great
what he did.
opportunity. Yeah, great opportunity maybe to give even more back.
You know, that would be crazy if Riding Fish actually bought a ticket, won the darn thing, and do it 2 years in a row. He literally,
Wow.
Riding Fish is pretty good. He got like, I think it's almost $75,000 out of a motorcycle that because we do another charity. I don't want to, kind of, what do you call it, competitive about this one. But he did it, if you making the highest earnings, you win the bike. So he won the bike, turned around, took it to make an auction in Las Vegas. I think it was like $65,000 or pretty close. And
55.
he donated 55. He donated all the profit back to the cause.
Yep.
So same thing can happen here.
Yeah.
Listen,
as far as putting extras on it, hey, it's a CVO. It doesn't need
Yeah.
a whole lot of extras.
No, it doesn't.
Right. Exactly.
It's a 131. I don't know that I would mess with that too much. Maybe change the seat. Maybe handlebars.
Yeah. 121, but still, that's enough. That's enough for most people.
Mhm.
That's 121.
Yeah, it's 121.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
what the
121.
picture said.
Yeah, it's a 121. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's a 121. That's it's better than the engine that you get in the basic. I mean, it's a top upgrade right now. I mean, it's everything you would want. Other than the
It's a
131.
120. It's a 121 high performance engine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not your normal engine, and I'm sure
Right
whatever number it puts out, it's square. It's
Mhm.
it's putting out above 121 horsepower in torque. Easy.
Listen,
It's a beautiful bike.
yeah.
Yeah,
One day,
phenomenal.
one day I'll ride one. I have I just have the Road Glide, standard model, and that is it's a singular riding experience. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a regular Road Glide.
Nope.
They sell millions of them, thousands of them. So there's nothing wrong with that. Enjoy your ride.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Well, guys, I'm so grateful for you all having me on, man. This was really good, and we've got some tickets sold, so that's wonderful, and it will be up there. I guess we can look at the program after the fact. So
Yep. Share it on your Facebook, whatever you want to do. I mean, hey,
social media,
I got it on Instagram tonight, so people will be able to watch it on Instagram. So yeah, it's a great cause. I'm glad I did it. We don't normally have a podcast on Tuesday night. One of our regulars came on and said, "Hey, I didn't know you guys were on tonight." It was scheduled, man. It was on our calendar.
Yeah.
And I also I even spent some money and promoted it on Facebook too. So yeah, it's for a good cause.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
Anybody got any final
It's been
thoughts? Anything? Questions?
Well, Julian, you were talking about being the cool music teacher that rode the motorcycle, to come in to teach. I think if I would have had a really cool music teacher like that, I probably would have had more interest. I think most of my old music teachers back when I was in grade school flew in on brooms. I'm not sure, but they sure didn't come in on a motorcycle, or I probably would have paid a lot more attention. So it's very cool.
For kids, if they think that teachers are cool, they actually pay attention. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
know. I would have. I know that.
Hey,
Yeah. We're not.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're not going to denigrate any music teachers on here, but it's been an honor and a privilege to have you on here,
Mac,
Julian. It really has.
Hey, I want to say one thing before you guys we end. So, if you can't afford the $50 ticket, that's fine. I understand. But what you can do is after this thing's done, go in there and do a regular comment and like this podcast. And that will actually get it going into the algorithm, and then it'll keep going, and other people will watch this. And we only got 17 days, so we need as much help as we can. Make sure you're sharing it on Facebook.
Share it, yeah.
Yeah, share it with your friends.
Absolutely.
I'm sure somebody would love to have this bike. When is the last day I can purchase tickets? It's 16 days from now. What's that?
They can just give a donation even if you can't get a ticket, or you just want to give a donation.
Okay.
If you go in there, you have the option to give a donation or buy a ticket. So
there you go.
That can happen as well.
Yeah, so you can just donate.
All
When is the 17 days you're going live? What date is that?
August the 16th.
August the 16th is the day that they're being given away this motorcycle.
Yeah. And all the info,
cool.
if folks go down, there's a frequently asked questions. All the
Okay.
information is there on the site. So
Huh.
And you gave the URL of the site already, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
And I'll also put, I think I put it in the description, and I'll make sure it's in there after I get done here.
Okay.
But yep, there's the facts right there. For some reason it went. There we go. So all the terms and conditions, and this
Free
is
the FAQs.
yeah. So that you want to take your time and read this. I can also I don't know if I can actually. Let's see here. I'm gonna open up on a web browser, and let me just go ahead and do this real quick. So let me copy it and put it in the comments here. Thank you for watching, Sparky. Always, thank you. I know you're in Florida, and I know you're always here. So I appreciate your support. 859, thank you. Dave, thank you. Hey man, I think everybody was on here in the podcast, but do me a favor.
Fish.
Yeah,
Fish.
Finesse.
Finesse. Watch Fish win this thing, man. I'm
All
telling you.
a few of the kids were on here. That was really nice.
Yeah. So
yeah. Okay, some of the older kids came in.
Yeah.
All right. Any final words, guys?
Just thank you to everyone. Thank you everyone for your support.
No, thank you, Mr. Champion. We appreciate you. We really do.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So,
And let us know anytime we need to help you out, okay? You're always
all right.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. We're going to play the music, and we're going to get off here. You can stay on, Julian. The screen will go black, and then it'll come back on.
Namaste, people. Good to see you all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Thank you. This is the one. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Okay.